Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to session number 11 of the Swim England East Region Festival of Swimming 2021. It is, of course, live here at the London Aquatics Centre, Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park, Stratford. We had some absolutely splendid swimming this morning, some incredibly fast swimming, and long may that continue as we move on to the middle session of the day. Events include the women's 200 metres individual medley, that's up first. We then move on to the men's 100 metres freestyle, a frantic sprint there, one has no doubt on that, as will be the women's 50 metres breaststroke. And we end this session on the men's 100 metres breaststroke. So a great array of events here, and it is a great honour and a pleasure to be able to introduce to you our honoured guests for today's session. We have with us on poolside the President of Swim England, Ian Mackenzie. There he is. He's joined by his wife, Sheila, so we welcome both of them. We also have George Wood, who is the Director of Sport for Swim England, here today in London, and Paul Kendall, the Swim England East Region President as well. So thank you very much to our honoured guests for coming here this afternoon. These events couldn't happen without the dedication and commitment of our fantastic team of technical officials and volunteers. And I wish to introduce to you our lead referee for today's session is Stuart Murray. Our referees are Jane O'Brien and Paul Kendall. Our control room referee for today's session is Alan Thurlow. And our starter for today is Jerry Metcalf. So thank you very much to all of those officials who are on the poolside. I know it's incredibly hot, so keep up that water, but you do an absolutely outstanding job. And we move on to the swimming in the next few minutes, but just a reminder that if you have missed anything from whether it be this weekend or the weekend before in Norwich, that you can catch up on the Swim England East Region YouTube channel, rewatch those races, work out maybe where it didn't go too well, or work out where it did perhaps. And of course, you can keep up to date with live results via Sports Systems. Just search the Swim England East Region Twitter page online for those, as we prepare to get underway. First off with the 200 metres individual medley. And then we move on to event 421, the women's 12 years and over 200 metres individual medley. This will be swum over 10 heats. Heat 1, referee. And that buzz indicates the start of the first event, the 200 metres individual medley, one length on each stroke for our competitors here. And in the first heat, we've only got 3 competitors. In lane 3, we have Amelia Johnson of St. Felix School. In lane 1, Sophie Stelmarch of Stevenage. And in lane number 5, Eva Howlett of Team Wavenley. At that turn end, on the end of the fly leg, Sophie Stelmarch is in first place, Amelia Johnson in second, with Eva Howlett in third, but not much between Sophie and Amelia in lanes 4 and 3. Breaststroke, so often the decider in a 200 metres individual medley, and it will be fascinating to see whether or not that will be the same case in this first heat of the 200 meters individual medley. Coming towards the final leg, the freestyle leg on this 200 meters individual medley. It is still Sophie in first position here. The gap has closed somewhat. And I think that might be a fault with the timing pad there. But Sophie Stelmarch still in first at the moment. Not much in it though between her and Amelia Johnson coming down onto this back leg here. Neck and neck. Oh, bless. Amelia has lost her hat there, but she's still going on regardless. What a fantastic sport. And it is still neck and neck as they come into the final 10 meters here. It looks like Amelia is just in front. Oh no, it's gone back to Sophie. And it is going to be Sophie who's taking the touch here. 2:57.81. Amelia Johnson in second. 2:58.84. Just about, well, a second in that, but not much at all. And we wait for Eva Howlett in lane number 5, who's going to be completing her leg and have a short delay whilst we retrieve Amelia's hat from the water. We move on then to heat number 2. Over to you, referee. In lane 0, we have Sienna Gilman of Norwich Swan. Lane number 1 is Grace Robinson of Puttridge. Clementine Lovell of Team Ipswich goes in 2. Chloe Barnard of Basildon and Phoenix in 3. Eva Rives in lane number 4 of Hatfield. Chelmsford's Ella Dawson goes in 5. Lane number 6 is Nicole Maynard of Basildon and Phoenix. Orphan Vandermeer of the City of Cambridge goes in lane 7, and in lane number 8 from Puttridge, it's Briar Price. at the turn, then it is just Chloe Barnard who gets in there first. Ever Ives in a very close second. Orphan Vandermeer in third. Breaststroke looks like once again it will be the decider of this between Ever Ives and Chloe Barnard in lanes 3 and 4. But coming up on the bottom of your screen, on the right-hand side of these two ladies, Orphan Vandermeer of the City of Cambridge, that light blue hat, working through the water here, coming up into possibly second, third place. Team Ipswich's Clementine Lovell in lane 2, though she's also coming up. It's going to be much closer than we first thought as they prepare to turn onto the freestyle leg. Chloe Barnard still in first, Clementine Lovell coming up into second, Ever Ives dropping back into third, Orphan Vandermeer in fourth here. These three ladies, particularly on the top of your screen on the left-hand side of the pool. Ever Ives, though, of Hatfield, starting to push through, starting to sprint onto this final 10 metres of the 100 of the 50 of which she's just done for freestyle. And she's going to come in and she's going to take the touch here. Ever Ives first, 2:42.47. Chloe Barnard in second, 2:43.25. And Clementine Lovell takes third with a 2:46.86. And we move on now to heat number 3, referee. In lane 0 from Basildon and Phoenix, Sophie Palmer. Lane 1, Annie McLeod of Puttridge. Lane 2 is Isabella Pache of Watford. Lane number 3, Darcy Gladwell of Team Ipswich. Basildon and Phoenix's Elizabeth Swarby goes in lane 4. Lane 6, Eloise Cole of Modernian. Lane 7 is Ella Greatbatch of Bishop Stortford. Ella Edwards of Basildon and Phoenix goes in 8. And in lane number 9, Zuga Tolbenna of West Norfolk. But Eloise Cole at that 50 metres, she's in first. Sophie Palmer in second, with Ella Edwards in third as they go onto the backstroke leg here of the 200 metres individual medley. And backstroke is clearly a strong stroke for Eloise Cole and Modernians in lane number 6. She's really starting to move quite out in front of the rest of the cohort here. And she's going to be turning first, quite frankly, 1:14.25. Sophie Palmer, a second, possibly 2 in front. Elizabeth Swarby in 3. Is Sophie Palmer a breaststroker, or does she have a strong leg of breaststroke? If she does, Eloise Cole could be under threat here for her position of first. But coming up on the outside is Ella Edwards of Basildon and Phoenix. Look at that stroke. That has propelled her forward from about 5th to third, possibly even second in due course. But at the moment, it is still Eloise Cole of Modernian who is in the lead. That could all change, though, as we get confirmed results at the turn. Ella Edwards in first, Eloise Cole dropping down to second, Sophie Palmer in third, and the freestyle. Look at Ella Edwards go in lane number 8. You can just tell how much energy and effort she's putting into that freestyle leg. On the outside, though, you have Sophie Palmer and indeed in lane number 6, Eloise Cole here. It's still all to play for between these three girls as they come into the final 10 meters of this 200 meters individual medley. And Sophie Palmer, goodness me, what a freestyle leg that was for her. That helped her to secure that first position there, 2:41.12. Ella Edwards in the second, and Eloise Cole in third. Moving on to heat number 4, referee. In lane 0 from the city of Peterborough, Olivia Mahoney. Lane number 1 is Isla Hamilton of Norwich Swan. Lexi O'Connor of Basildon and Phoenix goes into. Lane number 3 is Sadie Rowe of Colchester. Megan Donovan of the city of Peterborough goes in lane 4. Amy Harper of Watford goes in lane number 5. Amara Addison in lane number 6 for Norwich Swan. Lane 7, Jessica Medicott of Dunstable. Ava Wilson of Newhall goes in 8. And Tiger Linny Donald of the city of St Albans goes in 9. But out in front, it is Amara Addison of Norwich Swan in lane number 6. She's joined with Megan Donovan of the city of Peterborough. As they get to the turn then, Amara Addison is in first by .04 there. Megan Donovan second. Lexi O'Connor in third. These two, Amara Addison and Megan Donovan, are names of which we have read out quite a number of times over the course of this series. They always seem to be in the lead, doing something very impressive indeed, and that's what they're doing this heat number 4. Amara Addison just inching that little bit forward in front of Megan Donovan in lane number 4. Lexi O'Connor, though, coming back very strong here on this breaststroke length. Have a look at that pace for a 50 split here, but still in the lead is Amara Addison of Norwich Swan. She's going to be turning first. That gap of .04 has changed quite significantly. Lexi O'Connor in third, but it is still Amara Addison in the lead here. Megan Donovan dropping into second here, but Amara Addison really starting to move through the water as she comes to her final 10 meters. Megan Donovan doing her absolute best to try and catch her, as is Lexi O'Connor. But it is going to be Amara Addison who touches 2:33.99. Megan Donovan in second, 2:36.02. And Lexi O'Connor, she gets third with a 2:37.23. Moving on to heat number 5, referee. Could I ask competitors for the men's 100 meters freestyle to make their way to the marshalling area, please? That's competitors for the men's 100 meters freestyle to the marshalling area, please. In lane number 0 here, we have the City of Peterborough's Charlotte Shaw. Lane 1, Sophie Dowding of Team Ipswich. Danielle Hartin of Basildon and Phoenix goes in 2. Gracie Parker, also of Basildon and Phoenix, goes in lane 3. Lane 4 is Elise Differall of Thurrock. Alexia Mann of Basildon and Phoenix goes in 5. Her teammate Daisy Manning in lane number 6. Romilly Marks of Newmarket in 7. Lisa Limon in lane number 8 of Chelmsford. And in lane 9, Victoria Daly of Watford Swimming Club. But leading the way here at the halfway stage, at the turn, is Daisy Manning, 1:10.98. 3 seconds in front of her nearest competitor, Elise Differall and Lisa Limon. But Daisy Manning, she's been very impressive over this series. Like many others, she's been leading her heats. Certainly been one to watch throughout the competition. But she is still leading here. She's going to be aiming for a 2:36.40. You have a threat though from Lisa in lane number 8 of Chelmsford, who's had a very strong breaststroke length, managed, I would suspect, to close the gap here. 1:56.92, that has closed by about a second or so. Gracie Parker in second, in third, with Charlotte Shaw in fourth. But Daisy Manning still going strong on this freestyle leg. Lisa doing her absolute best to catch up to Daisy. But it is still Daisy Manning of Basildon and Phoenix here, who's coming into her final 10 meters of this 200 meters individual medley. There is a threat from Lisa, but I don't think there's enough pool left, quite frankly. And Daisy's going to touch worst in 2:33.79. Lisa in second, 2:34.85. And Gracie Parker in third, 2:36.49. And we wait for our final competitor, Danielle Hartin. She finishes with a 2:58.23. And confirmation of those results are on your screens now. Moving on to Heat 6, referee. Kirsty Neal of Bishop Stortford goes in 0. Lane 1, Grace Green half of the City of Norwich. Elia Britton of St. Felix goes in 2. Lane 3 is Ella Stone of Biggleswade. Lane 4, Kaya Phillips of Bishop Stortford. Lily McDonald of the City of Norwich goes in 5. Mia Lowe of Basildon and Phoenix in 6. Sky Carter of Basildon and Phoenix in 7. Charlotte Smith in lane number 8 of Norwich Swan, and in lane 9, Gracie Comity of Basildon and Phoenix. At the 100-meter mark then, Sky Carter in lane number 7. She's had, quite frankly, a fantastic championships thus far. She's certainly been swimming well faster than her seeded times, as has Grace Greenhalgh of the City of Norwich in lane number 1. Look at the distance there between Sky Carter, Grace Greenhalgh and the rest of the pack in this 200 meters individual medley. But Sky Carter here, she's going to be turning on to her final 50 meters to go. Sky Carter 153.12. But Sky Carter, she's been leading the way. She's been, as I said, she has been swimming well above her entry times, her seeded times, and indeed her seeded positions here. She's often been on the outside lanes, but she often has finished first, quite frankly. And she's going to be touching here. Very strong finish from her. What a swim. 2:27.16. Grace Greenhalgh in second. And third is going to go to Gracie Comity in lane number 9. And final results there for heat number 6 of the 200 meters individual medley. We move on then to heat 7, referee. In lane number 0 then, from Chelmsford, Kate Cotter. Lane 1, Rhiann Carrick of Dunstable. Harpendon's Isabella Chapman goes in 2. Lucy King of Hitchin in 3. Macy Dexter of the City of Cambridge in 4. Georgina Knatchbull of Leighton Buzzard in 5. Charlotte Williams in lane number 6 for Hatfield. Laura Snellham of St Felix School in lane 7. Lane 8 is Molly Redgrave of Colchester, and lane 9, Holly Driver of St Felix School. Kate Cotter in lane number 0. She has been yet another swimmer who has been swimming well above her seeded position, often finishing in the top 3 of the heats. But a strong swim from Charlotte Williams in lane 6 from Hatfield. Kate Cotter is first, Charlotte Williams second, Macy Dexter in third as they turn onto this final 50 meters of this 200 meters individual medley. It's all very tight right at the front here. But it does look like Macy Dexter, of the City of Cambridge starting to edge in front of Charlotte Williams and Kate Cotter in lanes 6 and 0. But coming into the final 5 meters there, and it is going to be Macy Dexter, 2:33.32. Charlotte Williams in second with a 2:34.34. And Kate Cotter gets third, 2:34.53. We move on then to heat number 8. Over to you, referee. In lane 0, Katie Maloney of the City of Norwich, Francesca Key of Thurrock in 1, Olivia Newman, Baroness of Putteridge in 2, lane 3, Chloe Scout of Chelmsford, Ruby Greenhalgh of the City of Norwich goes in 4, lane number 6 from the City of Peterborough, Hannah Willis with a substantial amount of support behind her, lane number 7 is Lucy Young of Maderni, in lane 8, Ella Turner of Basildon and Phoenix, and in lane number 9 of St Felix School is Madeline Latimer Hicks. At the turn then it's Chloe Scout. Second is Hannah Willis, not by too much though. Olivia Newman, Baroness in 3rd position. Katie Maloney on the outside in 4th here. But Hannah Willis has continued to impress throughout this series, often finishing in the top positions in the heats and indeed medaling as well. And it looks like she may be on course to do that as a result of this phenomenal backstroke leg here. Ella Turner in 2nd, and we get confirmation at the turn then. Hannah Willis takes 1st position, Ella Turner 2nd, Chloe Scout in 3rd, Ruby Greenhalgh in 4th. On to the breaststroke length then. Has Hannah Willis got enough in her tank to secure a strong lead on this breaststroke length? But it does look like Chloe Scout of Chelmsford in lane number 3 is coming up on her right-hand flank, as is Ella Turner of Basildon and Phoenix in lane number 8. It also seems that Ruby Greenhalgh of the City of Norwich wants some of the action as well. At the turn then, Chloe Scout takes the lead, Hannah Willis dropping into 2nd, Ella Turner in 3rd, Francesca Key in 4th here. But it's looking like Hannah Willis is wanting that gold. She's wanting that 1st position here in this heat. She's battling it out now against Chloe Scout in lane number 3. It's neck and neck here. She was 2nd on the turn. She wants 1st. Chloe Scout not going to give it to her that easily. But coming into the final 5 meters now, it is going to be Hannah Willis of the City of Peterborough who's going to take the touch here. And she does 2:29.99. You can't get much closer to 2:30 than that. Chloe Scout in 2nd, 2:30.31. And in 3rd is Ella Turner of Basildon and Phoenix, 2:32.2. Moving on to the penultimate heat of this 200 metres individual medley, heat number 9, referee. All of these ladies going sub 2:30 in lane 0. Harriet Salisbury of the City of Peterborough. Lane 1, Kiara Wookie of Colchester. Matilda Bogle goes for Team Ipswich into Sasha Thomas of the City of Norwich in 3. Zara Keegan in lane 4 for the City of Cambridge. Beth Dennis of the City of Peterborough in lane 5. She's joined in lane number 6 by Olivia Mee, her teammate. Lane 7, May Bradburn of Basildon and Phoenix. And lane number 8 from Norwich Swan is Katie Andrews. And in lane number 9 is Sophie Payne of Hatfield. May Bradburn turns first, Sasha Thomas in 2nd, Kiara Wookie in 3rd. But not much in that at the turn on that fly leg of his 200 individual medley. May Bradburn though of Basildon and Phoenix still leading the way here. She's had a good series as well, often being in the outside lanes and managing to get those top positions as well as she comes into the halfway stage here. It's going to be a little bit close between her and Sasha Thomas. May Bradburn still leading the way by 0.04. Sasha Thomas in 2nd. Matilda Bogle moves up into 3rd, as does Harriet Salisbury in 4th here. The breaststroke leg really going to be the decider between these two ladies, Sasha Thomas and May Bradburn in lane 3 and 7. But coming up on the inside, it is Beth Dennis of the city of Peterborough. She's have a very good breaststroke leg here. She's looking like she's in first position at this moment in time. May Bradburn of Basildon and Phoenix in lane number 7, trying to claw on to first position, but coming into the final few meters before this 50 freestyle, Beth Dennis takes first. May Bradburn knocked into second. Matilda Bogle in third. Sasha Thomas in fourth here. And it is a frantic sprint to the end here. Beth Dennis of the city of Peterborough right in the middle there. Really starting sprint. May Bradburn trying to reclaim some lost ground perhaps, as is Matilda Bogle of the city of Ipswich here, but it is going to be touching first Beth Dennis of the city of Peterborough, 2:24.20. May Bradburn in second, 2:26.39, and Matilda Bogle in third with a 2:28.02. We move on then to heat number 10, the timed final of the women's 12 years and over 200 meters individual medley. In lane number 0 from the city of Norwich, it's Megan Pye. In lane number 2 from Hatfield, Louise Fiddis. In lane number 3 from Basildon and Phoenix, Ruby Wheeler. In lane number 4 from Basildon and Phoenix, Ellie Wheeler. In lane number 6, it's Neve James from Bishop Stortford. In lane 7 from the city of Cambridge, Matilda Ransom. In lane number 8 from West Suffolk, Charlotte White. And in lane number 9 from Basildon and Phoenix, Holly Lamb. This is the timed final of the women's 200 meters individual medley. Over to you, referee. A flying start there from Megan Pye over in lane number 0. Perhaps helped by the fact that she doesn't really know what's going on, as she doesn't have someone who is next to her. But over on the other side of the pool, it looks like Charlotte White of West Suffolk and Holly Lamb are having a very good race here. But at the turn then, it's going to be Megan Pye who touches first, 30.37. Charlotte White in second with 31 dead. Holly Lamb in third. Ruby Wheeler fourth. But Megan Pye, her main stroke is backstroke. She'll be looking to strengthen her lead here, get into a much comfortable position for the breaststroke. But it would seem that Charlotte White of West Suffolk in lane number 8 is not going to let that happen, nor is Matilda Ransom of the city of Cambridge, or indeed Ellie Wheeler of Basildon and Phoenix. And at the halfway stage then, who is going to be able to take this touch first? It's going to be Megan Pye still. Ellie Wheeler significantly shortening that gap between her and Megan. Neve James up into third. Charlotte White in fourth. Breaststroke here is going to be a decider between these 5 ladies at the front. Neve James looking very strong on this breaststroke length, as is Ellie Wheeler in lane number 4. Ellie Wheeler really starting to strengthen that lead here. Ruby Wheeler in lane 3 starting to come up on her right-hand side. Megan Pye still managing to maintain one of those top 3 positions, as is Matilda Ransom in lane number 7 and Charlotte White. Goodness me, this hasn't split the decks that much at all. Ellie Wheeler in first. Matilda Ransom turns second. Megan Pye third. Charlotte White in fourth. Ruby Wheeler and Neve James in 5th and 6th respectively. Not much in it at all here, but it does look like Ellie Wheeler of Basildon and Phoenix, she's really starting to sprint away here. Matilda Ransom of the city of Cambridge is in second at the moment. Ruby Wheeler and Charlotte White battling it out here for third place. But Ellie Wheeler is In first here, Matilda Ransom trying to come back here, as is Ruby Wheeler. But Ellie Wheeler, final 5 meters, final few strokes for her. She's going to touch 2:24.96. Second goes to Matilda Ransom of the City of Cambridge with a 2:27.03. And Ellie and Ruby Wheeler in lane number 3, she touches third with a 2:27.08. We move on then to event 4-2-2, the men's 12 years and over, 100 meters freestyle. Over heat 1. Over to you, referee. In lane number 3, Ethan David Tosserin of Bishop Stortford. Jerry Godwin turns for Thurrock in lane number 4, and Harry Bird for Putteridge in lane number 5. Moving on to heat number 2, referee. In lane 1 from the City of Norwich, Daniel Dutson, Emmanuel Kulabolos from Team Luton in 2, Frank Jacob of the City of Cambridge in 3, lane 4, Jack Beer of Linslade, lane 5, Daniel De Filippo of Flitwick, Harry Peelan of Basildon and Phoenix goes in 6, lane 7, Cooper Smith of Harlow Penguins, and in lane number 8, Ollie Fenwick of Verulam. Moving on to heat number 3, referee. In lane 0 we have Toby Lashmar of Basildon and Phoenix. In lane 1 Wisbech, Jamie Wilson. Lane number 2 is Parker Brewster of Harpenden. Lane 3, Lewis Mason of Linslade, Mojin Oshanenku of Thurrock in 4, Adam O'Neill of Modernian in 5. Lane number 6 is Louis Robson of the City of St Albans. Lane number 7 is Evan Larth of Southend. Lane 8 is Charlie Rios of the City of Peterborough. And in lane number 9, Will Riley of Team Ipswich. Very, very strong swimmer here from Louis Robson of the City of St Albans in lane number 6. Will Riley of Team Ipswich, though, putting threat to this first position of which he's in at the moment as they come into the final 10 metres here. It's going to be against Louis Robson in lane 6 and Will Riley in lane number 9. Who is going to get the touch? It's going to be fingernail stuff on the pad. Oh, goodness me. And it's, oh my gosh, Will Riley in first, 109.23. Louis Robson, 109.24, 0.01 in it. That is extraordinary. You will not get closer than that. Moving on to Heat 3, referee. Heat number 4 then, in lane 0 we have Ethan Thorpe of Basildon and Phoenix. Lane 1, Oscar Hunter of Norwich Swan. Lane 2, Louis Sono Saunders of Bishop Stortford. Ben Humphreys of Malden Shark goes in 3. Jude Gunner of St Felix School goes in 4. Daniel Beasley of Hatfield in 5. Lane 6 is Amir Oakland of Thurrock. Lane 7, Orlando Deering of the City of Peterborough. Lane number 8 is Finlay Neve of Dis Otters. And in lane 9 is Jamie Pennington of Team Ipswich. Hardly a surprise that Orlando Deering of the City of Peterborough is in front here. He competed in the last session. He's been competing in, I would imagine, nearly every event here, but he's still going strong here on this 100 metres freestyle, well ahead of the rest of the pack, as is Finlay Neve in lane number 8, who is trying to tag along to him. But it is going to be Orlando Deering of the City of Peterborough. He's going to be coming in 101.88 for Orlando. Finlay in second, 104.17. And Ethan Thorpe on the far side of the pool in lane 0, 106 dead. Moving on to heat number 5. Over to you, referee. In lane 0 from Braintree, it's Albert Orley. Lane 1, Corey Huckstep of West Suffolk. Lane number 2 is Joshua Sackery of the City of Peterborough. Harry Alexander of Team Ipswich goes in 2. Ryan Close of Biggleswade in lane 4. Joshua Parker of Braintree in lane number 5. Lane 6 is Massimo Guglielmi of Colchester. Sean Connolly of Epping Forest in lane number 7. Lane 8 is Robert Fenner of Basildon and Phoenix. And in lane number 9, Remy Mason Keane of the Borough of Southend. Heat 6, referee. In lane 0, Louis Allen of Basildon and Phoenix. In lane number 1, Ben Every of St. Felix School. Thorex Kevin Mohongjia in lane 2. Harrison Shaw of Flitwick in 3. Edward Ormsby in lane number 4 of the City of Cambridge. Kevin Moldovan of Harlow Penguins in 5. Edward Cook of Leighton Buzzard in lane number 6. Hugo Rebachek Smith of Hatfield in lane 7. Ollie O'Connor of Putteridge in lane number 8. And in lane number 9 from Basildon and Phoenix, it's Jamie Comity. But a very strong looking swimmer here from Ollie O'Connor of Putteridge. It's not just him, but Putteridge swimmers have been swimming very well over the course of this weekend, and he's going to take the first sub 1 minute of the afternoon with a 59.31. Edward Ormsby of the City of Cambridge, he takes a 59.62, and Harrison Shaw in third. Heat 7, referee. Very strong swimming here from Isaac Ferrugia of Basildon and Phoenix in lane number 9. Team Ipswich's Ashton Redhead in 6 is trying to get in on the action, as is Joe Power of Basildon and Phoenix in lane number 4. But it is still going to be Isaac Ferrugia of Basildon and Phoenix. He's going to be taking the touch here with a 59.11. Joe Power just gets in there under 1 minute, 59.91. And in third, Ashton Redhead of Team Ipswich there, with confirmation of those final results on your scoreboard screens now. Heat number 8, referee. Could we have all competitors for the women's 50 meters breaststroke? That's all competitors for the women's 50 meters breaststroke to the marshalling area, please. In lane 0, Alex Harrop. Lane 1, Lewis Andrews. Ross DeWilt goes into Rio Rogers in 3. Lane 4 is Patch Robinson. Ruben Alty in lane number 5. Maximilian Vega in 6. Zach Truman in lane number 7. Sanjis Chechens goes in 8. And Rory Wild in lane number 9. Final few strokes then here for Zach Trowan, and he's going to go 58.05 there. Ruben Alty in second, 58.58, and Sanjis Chechens in third. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, all of our swimmers getting substantially quicker, and we've still got 10 heats to go. Moving on to Heat 9, over to you, referee. In lane 0, it's Jacob Lowe of March. Lane 1, Daniel Bowen Lane 2 is Ryan Wall, Archie Chamberlain in lane number 3. Lane 4 is Jack Juggins. Lane 5, Oliver Blight. Lane number 6 is Zach Stacey. Lane 7, Lucas Hartley. Lane number 8 is Finley Arnott and Daniel Minier in lane number 9. At the turn, then it's Archie Chamberlain there. He's in first. Ryan Wall in third. Lucas Hartley in fourth. But out of the turn then, it is Archie Chamberlain of West Suffolk who is leading the way here. But he's going to be in for a very, very comfortable win here. Not too much of a threat at all. Archie Chamberlain in first, Jack Juggins in second, and Ryan Wall in third. Heat 10, referee. In lane 0, Rowan Brennan. Lane number 1, Atkin Toe. Callum Cox in lane 2. Samuel Walsh in lane number 3. Louis James goes in lane 4. Lane 5 is Jack McDonald. Lane 6, Jamie Joshua. Joe Flowers in lane number 7. Daniel Kendall in lane number 8. And Colin Peden in lane number 9. Heat 11, referee. Lane 0, Thomas Bell. Lane number 1 is Riley Bashwood. Nikita Charlinkin goes in 2. James Cowdery in lane number 3. Lane 4 is George Wallace. Lane 5, Joseph Kenny. 6 is Jensen Hurrell. Lane number 7 is George DeVute. Mason Allen goes in 8. And in lane number 9 is Ryan Crouch. Joseph Kenny first at that turn, 26.96. That's probably one of the fastest splits we've seen so far in this 100 meters freestyle. And he really is going for it here in lane number 5. No one really beside him apart from Nikita Charlinkin in lane number 2, who's also doing very well. Mason Allen of Basildon and Phoenix in lane 8. He's coming out on the other side of the pool, but it is going to be touching first Joseph Kenny, 56.71. Nikita Charlinkin, a great swim from him in second, 56.89. We move on to heat number 12, referee. Great start from Nathaniel Mapley in lane number 0. Lane 1, Daniel Clayton. Luke Flynn in 2. Elliot Gladwell in 3. Lane 4, Ollie Carpenter. Lane 5 is Maddox Roberts. Alfie Francis goes in lane 6. Josh Martin in 7. 8 is Nathan Close. And in lane number 9 is Daniel Parker here. But at the turn, it does look like Maddox Roberts is going to be turning first. He's followed by Ollie Carpenter, then Nathaniel Mapley in third, Elliot Gladwell in fourth here. But coming down onto the home stretch here, it is Maddox Roberts in lane number 5 of Colchester who's leading the way. Nathaniel Mapley seems to be in second in lane number 0. Ollie Carpenter possibly in... No, sorry, it's Elliot Gladwell in third here, but it is going to be Maddox Roberts in lane number 5 who comfortably wins this heat here. 55.30. Nathaniel Mapley taking second, 56.89, and Elliot Gladwell in third with a 56.97. Heat 13, referee. In lane 0, Joseph McGravy. Lane 1, Jimmy Taylor. George King in 2. Armin Rodriguez in 3. Lane 4 is Thomas Ball. Lane 5, George Whiteman. Lane 6 is Max Arnold. Charlie Summer goes in 7. Jacob Kitching in 8. And in lane number 9, Matthew Debenham. Could I ask any remaining competitors for the women's 50 metres breaststroke to make their way to the marshalling area? That's any remaining competitors for the women's 50 metres breaststroke to make their way to the marshalling area, please. Moving on to heat number 14, referee. In lane 0, William Handley. Lane 1 is Sam Mead. Morgan Foster in 2. Guy Munster in 3. Lane 4 is Matthew Baker. Thomas Belcher in 5. Ewan Higgs in 6. Lane number 7 is Robert Addis. Darragh Rands goes in lane 8. And Ethan Martin goes in lane number 9. At the turn then, it is quite evident who the leader on this heat is. It is Matthew Baker. Turning second, Ethan Martin. Guy Munster in third. But it is Matthew Baker in lane number 4 who is leading the way here. A very strong swim from him. Guy Munster in second in lane number 3. And it would appear that Morgan Foster in lane number 2 is in third. But leading the way still is going to be Matthew Baker of West Suffolk. He's going to be touching first, 53.35. Guy Munster, strong finish in for second, 56.16. And in third, Ethan Martin, 57.07. Heat number 15, referee. In lane 0, we have Thomas Page of West Suffolk. Lane 1, Dishriel Watkins of Leighton Buzzard. Lane 2, Oliver Kimber. Lane 3, Joseph Caldwell. Olivier Vadren in lane number 4. William Ellard in 5. Lane 6 is Charlie Barrett. Lane 7 is Callum Davis. Lane 8, Lewis Chapman. And in lane number 9 is Jack Pallant. At the turn, Thomas Page first, Ellard second, Pallant third, Davis fourth. But look on that outside, it is Thomas Page of West Suffolk on the outside. William Ellard of St. Felix in lane number 5, trying to draw level with him. It's looking very tight indeed. Final 10 meters now for these athletes. It looks like William Eddard just might be edging in front here. He's going to be finishing first. Thomas Page second and Olivier Vedren in third. Heat 16, referee. Lane 0, Nathan Atang. Lane 1, Thomas Grieve. Joe Cooper in 2. Fabian Brunlinski in 3. Joseph Wells in 4. Jack Sangster in 5. Harry Saunders is in 6. Lane number 7 is Benjamin Green. Noah Jameson Neal in 8. And Jude Hills in lane number 9. And what a strong swim from Jude Hills thus far. But turning first, Fabian Brunlinski in lane number 3. Joe Cooper in second. Hills in third. But it is Fabian Brunlinski in lane number 3 who is leading the way here. Jude Hills providing very stiff opposition in lane number 9, as is Joe Cooper of Team Ipswich, who looks like he's just about to take him, and indeed, goodness me, Harry Saunders as well. But at the touch, Joe Cooper first, Jack Sangster second, and Fabian Brunlinski in third. Penultimate heat then of the 100 meters freestyle. It is heat 17, referee. Harry Jones goes in 0, Rhys Davidson in 1, Sam Townsend in lane 2, Jack Skerry in 3, Ashley Coombs in 4, lane 5 is Lucas Dyson Diaz, 6 is Charles White, Thomas Cadenhead goes in lane 7, lane 8 is Damien Elliott, and Miles Turner in lane number 9. In the leads at the moment is Thomas Cadenhead of the City of St Albans. He turns first. Ashley Coombs in second, Lucas Dyson Diaz in third. As you can see, all on about 26 point, but Thomas Cadenhead really coming in strong on this back end leg here in lane number 7. Ashley Coombs in lane 4, starting to come up on his left-hand side. Doesn't know that there's going to be room though, but Thomas Cadenhead hugging the lane rope at the moment. He's going to be coming in possibly first. Yes, he does, 53.88. Jack Skerry in second. And we'll wait for those confirmed results on your screens very shortly. We move on then to heat number 18, which is the timed final of the men's 100 meters freestyle. In lane number 0 from Basildon and Phoenix is James Spears. In lane 1 from West Norfolk, Nathan Wells. In lane 2 from Colchester, Joshua Fowles. In lane number 3 from Team Luton, Matthew Wright. Lane number 4 from Hemel Hempstead, Reese Housden. In lane 5 from Hatfield, Michael Klimaszewski. In lane 6 from the City of Cambridge, Sebastian Vandermeer. In lane number 7 from the City of Norwich, Ben Blurs. In lane 8 from the City of St Albans, Callum Wollaston. And in lane number 9 from Leighton Buzzard, Joseph Grice. This is your timed final of the men's 100 meters freestyle. Over to you, referee. blink and you'll miss it. The final of the 100 meters freestyle then. A very strong start from Nathan Wells over in lane number 1. Michael Klimaszewski in lane 5 also doing very well, as is Sebastian Vandermeer of the city of Cambridge. Not much in it between these boys, particularly on the bottom of your screens on the left-hand side of the pool. At the turn then, Michael Klimaszewski in first, Ben Blowers second, Sebastian Vandermeer in third. All of the action appearing to be on this side of the pool at the bottom of your screens. Michael Klimaszewski just edging in front. Reese Housden trying to come into first position here. Ben Blowers in lane number 7, also going very, very strong here. It's going to be very close between Reese Housden and Michael Klimaszewski here. On the final few strokes for him, it's going to be Michael who takes the touch. He does 52.34. Reese Housden so close behind him, 52.63. And in third is Ben Blowers of the city of Norwich with a time of 53.49. And we await the replay of that 100 freestyle, relive the action as it were. And as you can see there, those sprints, fast starts off of the block there. Michael Klimaszewski was always in that third position. Reese Housden and Ben Blowers weren't too far behind at all. But as the race went on, it was Michael Klimaszewski who manages to just pull it down to the bag here. Very close between him and Reese Housden. And of course, Ben Blowers in lane number 7, taking third position in that final. We now move on then to the women's 12 years and over 50 meters breaststroke. This will be swum over 15 heats. Heat 1, referee. In lane 3, Libby Whiting of Linslade, Briar Price of Putteridge in lane 4, and Isabel White of Biggleswade in 5. An absolutely fantastic underwater period there for Briar Price of Putteridge in lane 4. But leading the way only just is Isabel White of Biggleswade. Final few strokes and meters for them here in the water, 5 meters to go. And it is just going to be Isabel White who touches first, Briar Price in second, and Libby Whiting in third. Moving on to Heat 2, referee. In lane 0, Sophia Andre Barrett of the city of Cambridge. Lane 1 is Emily Clark of Potters Bar. Lane 2, Holly Underdown of Braintree. Grace Robinson of Putteridge in 3. Alice Azopardi of the city of St Albans in 4. Millie Ali of Modernian in 5. Matilda Tremeno Wells of Hartford in 6. Ella Deaton of Newmarket in 7. And in lane number 8 is Valentina Davis Hayward of the city of Norwich. And Valentina is going to touch there. Yes, very, very interesting indeed. The time hasn't appeared on the scoreboard, but I do believe that may be because she was swinging in the wrong lane, but hey-ho. The result will come through on sports systems, which you are able to access via the Swim England East Region Twitter page. And confirmation of those results there on the screen now. Heat 3, referee. Very, very strong 50 here from Jasmine Carter in lane number 5 of Basildon and Phoenix. And a very strong swim as well from Kesha Kreese in lane number 3. But touching first, Jasmine Carter, Kesha Kreese in second. And who's going to be touching third? Jemima Kimber. Heat 4, referee. Nwando Efecho of Modernian here. She looks to be leading, but Ella Dawson is going very, very strongly here. It's going to be, oh goodness me, other side of the pool completely. Evie Armstrong in first, Annie McLeod in second, and Orphan Vandermeer in third. Moving swiftly on to Heat 5, referee. Ella Edwards of Basildon and Phoenix coming into the final few strokes here. She's had a fantastic season here. 36.71. Ellie Smith in second, and in third goes to Holly Hughes of Bishop Stortford. Heat 6, referee. At the halfway stage, 25 metres, 20 metres to go now. Lara Trahan of City of Peterborough, she's doing very well here, flanked by Scarlett Harrison-Brunner in lane number 8, but it does look like she's going to be able to get the touch as she comes to her final 5 metres here. Oh, goodness me, Ella Great Match takes first, Lara Trahan in second, and in third is Amelia Porzio in lane number 4. Moving on then to Heat 7, referee. Lexi O'Connor of Basildon and Phoenix here. She's starting to lead this heat. Holly Hawkins over though in lane number 0, also of Basildon and Phoenix. Looking very strong indeed, but I think, oh goodness me, it's going to be very, very tight here on the touch. But it's going to be Holly Hawkins first, Lexi O'Connor in second, and Ava Wilson in third. Heat 8, referee. Jessica Sanford taking first there with a 27.03, Jasmine Shaw in second, and Lucy King in third. Heat 9, referee. Strong start here from Gracie Parker of Basildon and Phoenix in lane 3, and Grace Greenhalgh of the City of Norwich in lane number 4. Neck and neck here. One has no doubt that they are egging each other along, but it is going to be Gracie Parker who takes first, Grace Greenhalgh in second, and Kirsty Neal in third. Heat 10, referee. Can I ask all competitors for the men's 100 meters breaststroke, that's the men's 100 meters breaststroke, to go to the marshalling area, please. Thank you. Final few strokes here for Sarah Mahmood of Hatfield. But in the lead, it is Lisa Limmerman of Chelmsford. She's touching first to 36.18. As that concludes heat number 10 of the women's 12 years and over 50 meters breaststroke. With the results on your screen now. Heat 11, referee. Certainly most of the action is focused upon the middle of the swimming pool here. It looks like a very strong swim from Ellen Duffield of Team Ipswich in lane number 5. But it equally could be Mia Lowe of Basildon and Phoenix. And it is Mia Lowe, Ellen Duffield in second, and in third on the outside is Lily Blount. Heat 12, referee. Out in front, straight off the block, is Anna Lucia Fenner of Basildon and Phoenix in lane number 4. She's joined by her teammate Olivia Cooper in lane 3, battling it out here for the top positions, as is Grace Gunton of the City of Norwich over in lane number 6. Final few meters to go, final few strokes to go. Olivia Cooper touches 35.69, Anna Lucia Fenner in second, and Grace Gunton of the City of Norwich in third. Heat number 13, referee. Can we please have the competitors for the men's 100 meters breaststroke to the marshalling area, please? That's the competitors for the men's 100 meters breaststroke to the marshalling area immediately, please. Strong swim here from Beth Young of Team Ipswich in lane number 4. She's joined by Ellie Rose Lyon of Norwich Swan there, but Beth Young takes it 33.47. Second to Ellie Rose Lyon with a 33.83. Heat 14, referee. Strong start here from Charlotte White of West Suffolk over in lane number 6. But it is going to be a very tough competition between Macy Dexter in lane 3 and Rihanna Smith in lane number 4. Ella Norton of Hatfield also once again in on some of the action here, as does Katie Andrews of Norwich Swan. It's going to be on the touch. Who's going to get it? Katie Andrews first with a 33.65. Molly Monk in second. And third goes to Rihanna Smith in lane number 4. We move on then to Heat 15, which is the timed final of the women's 50 metres breaststroke. In lane number 0 from the city of Peterborough, Iona Traynor. In lane number 1 from West Norfolk, it's Sarah O'Brien. In lane 2 from Chelmsford, it's Chloe Skelt. In lane 3 from Hatfield, Louise Fiddis. In lane 4 from Hertford, Ashley Ransom. In lane number 5 from West Norfolk, Molly Lee. In lane number 6 from the city of Peterborough, Beth Dennis. In lane 7 from the city of Cambridge, Georgina Maggs. In lane 8 from Hatfield, it's Sophie Payne. And in lane number 9 from Witham Dolphins, Aoife Marley. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your timed final of the women's 50 metres breaststroke. Over to you, referee. All of these girls are going to be aiming to get as close to 30 seconds as possible. But with a strong start like that from Beth Dennis in lane number 6 from the city of Peterborough, anything is possible here. Ashley Ransom of Hertford in lane 4 doing very well here indeed. She's really starting to move through the water on this final 10 metres here. Can she do it? Can she keep up? Or can she ensure that Beth Dennis doesn't get the touch? But it is going to be Ashley Ransom of Hertford, 32.30. Beth Dennis touching second with a 33.28. And in third is Molly Lee of West Norfolk there. Confirmed results on your screens now. And we have a look at a replay of that action, as we would like to see with a 50. Fast start off the block, but it was going to be very, very tight between Ashley Ransom and Beth Dennis in lanes 4 and 6. But it was Ashley who just had that power, particularly on the latter half of the race, who was able to push forward that little bit extra and take the touch. So congratulations to all of those ladies in the 50 metres breaststroke as we prepare to move on to the 100 metres for the gents. We therefore move on to the final event of the afternoon. It's event 424, the men's 12 years and over 100 metres breaststroke. This will be swum over 14 heats. Heat number 1, referee. In lane 3 from Linsley, Jack Beer. Lane 4 is William Ratton of the City of Cambridge. Finley Roberts of Witham Dolphins goes in 5, and George Jones of Harlow Penguins in 6. Coming down into the home straight here is Finley Roberts of Witham Dolphins in lane number 5. He is flanked on his right by George Jones of Harlow Penguins. It's a real battle between them here, but I think it is going to be Finley Roberts who is going to be touching in first position here. Indeed it is. 1:31.15. George Jones in second, William Ratton in third, and Jack Beer in fourth. So congratulations to all of those chaps in that first heat of the 100 metre breast. Moving on to heat 2, referee. In lane 0, we have Berkeley Barleycoat of Moderni. In lane 1, Simon Przektek from Witham Dolphins. Lane number 2 is Ethan Thorpe of Basildon and Phoenix. Demetrius Gavkos of Harlow Penguins goes in 3. Ollie Fenwick of Verulam in 4. Peter Winter in lane number 5 for Newmarket. Owen Roberts of Team Luton in lane 6. Luke Peterson of Hatfield in lane number 7. Lane 8 is Lucas Cranenworth of Lindsay, and Jamie Comity of Basildon and Phoenix in lane number 9. On to heat number 3, referee. In lane 0, Finley Neve of Dis Otters. Lane number 1 is Remy Mason-Keane of the Borough of Southend. Lane 2, Oliver Dickinson of St Ives. Henry Mann of Norwich Swan goes in 3. Cooper Smith of Harlow Penguin in 4. Oveneko Bankhall of Thurrock goes in 5. Leo Suo Saunders of Bishop Stortford in 6. Harrison Brook of Colchester goes in lane number 7. Lane 8 is Frank Jacob of the City of Cambridge. And Daniel Di Filippo of Flitwick goes in lane number 9. Moving on to Heat 4, referee. In lane 0, Ewan Legson of Maderni. In lane 1, Kevin Mahunja of Thurrock. Lane 2 is Ben Every of St Felix School. Joshua Shepherd goes in lane 3 for Thurrock. Louis Allen of Basildon and Phoenix in 4. Oscar Chaplin of the City of St Albans in 5. Jeremy Godwin of Thurrock in 6. George Little in lane number 7 for Madonian. Ollie O'Connor of Putteridge in 8. And Alban Gill of Harpenden in lane number 9. But Ollie O'Connor once again leading the way here on the breaststroke leg. I've said it before, but Putteridge swimmers here certainly doing very well on these sprints, including Ollie O'Connor, who's going to be touching with 1:17.77. Joshua Shepherd in second, and third is going to go to George Little. Moving on to heat number 5, referee. In lane 0, George Prince of Hatfield. Lane 1, Sanjis Chechens of Colchester. Lane number 2 is Jacob Bray of Basildon and Phoenix. Charlie McKitton of St Felix School goes in 3. Patch Robinson of Team Ipswich in lane 4. Jacob Lowe of March goes in lane number 5. Archie Ran of Ware goes in 6. Lane 7 is Jack Stapleton of March. Lane 8 is Thomas Underdown of Braintree. And in lane number 9 is Massimo Goliami of Colchester. Taking first in that heat then is Patch Robinson, 1:16.70. George Prince of Hatfield in second with a 1:17.31. And third goes to Jacob Bray in lane number 2. Moving on to Heat 6, referee. In lane 0 is Marco Yen of Brentford. Lane 1, Maximilian Villingham of City of Cambridge. Lane number 2 is Samuel Winslow of the City of Cambridge. Ben Buckley goes in lane number 3 for the City of Norwich. Castle Glandez of the City of Norwich in lane 4. Joshua Sackery of the City of Peterborough goes in lane number 5. Luca Grantov of Putteridge in 6. 7 is Finley Ardup of Norwich Swan. Benjamin Taggart goes in lane 8 for Watford, and Ross DeWilt for the City of Cambridge in lane number 9. The City of Peterborough's Joshua Sackery in lane number 5, once again leading the way in a heat here at the Festival of Swimming. Ben Buckley of the City of Norwich in lane 3, trying to catch him here as they come to the final 5 metres. A very strong effort from both chaps here. But Joshua Sackery takes first, 1:12.92. Ben Buckley in second, 1:13.37. And Benjamin Taggart in third, 1:17.62. Moving on to Heat 7, referee. In lane 0, Benjamin Rigidar of Devon. Lane 1, Mannix Roberts of Witham Dolphins. 2 is Daniel Boblian of Thurrock. Austin Harrop of the City of Cambridge goes in 3. Lucas Hartley of Hatfield in 4. William Buckley of Watford in lane number 5. Lane 6 is Jack McDonald of Putteridge. Daniel Kendall of the City of Ely in 7. Zach Truman of Colchester in 8, and in lane number 9, Harry Stagg of Basildon and Phoenix. Moving on to Heat 8, referee. In lane 0 from Watford, Aaron Crudley Lane 1, Eastern Angel of Team Ipswich. Richard Vanstone goes in lane 2 from Chelmsford. Joshua Marshall of St Ives in 3. Lane 4 is Thomas Deaton of Newmarket. Edward Ormsby of the City of Cambridge goes in 5. Lane 6, William Pressland of Bushy. Jack Renouf of Hoddesdon in 7. Lane 8 is Jake Moore of Potters Bar. And in lane number 9 is Luca Strangelou of St Neots. Moving on to Heat 9, referee. In lane number 0, we have Glennon Lee of Harlow Penguins. Lane 1, Lewis Andrews of Norwich Swan. Lane 2 is Henry Dyke, also of Norwich Swan. Lane 3, Colin Hondra of Thurrock. Daniel Hollis of the City of St Albans goes in 4. Oscar Howell of Brentwood in 5. Lane 6, Josh Martin of the City of Peterborough. Oliver Blight of Hatfield goes in lane number 7. George Lovelock of Hitchin goes in lane 8. And in lane number 9, Jamie Joshua of Hatfield. At the 50-metre mark then, Josh Martin turns first, Daniel Hollis in a close second, Oscar Howell in third, George Lovelock not far behind at all in fourth here, but Daniel Hollis really starting to come into his own in down onto the home straight here. He's opening up this gap between himself and Josh Martin of the City of Peterborough in lane number 6. Final 10 metres here is going to be Daniel Hollis of the City of St Albans, who's had an absolutely fantastic final leg here. He's going to be touching first, 1:10.77. Josh Martin in second, 1:12.93. And Oscar Howell in third. Moving on to Heat 10, a referee. In lane 0, Lennell Turner of Biggleswade. Lane 1, Billy Mead of Linslade. City of Peterborough's Jack Trahan goes in 2. Joe Reynolds of Hertford goes in 3. Lane 4, Thomas Barnes of Royston. Lane number 5 is Hemel Hempstead's Ollie Carpenter. Mark Milburn of Colchester goes in 6. He's joined by teammate Callum Karani in lane 7. Adam Hazelwood of Putteridge goes in 8. And in lane number 9, Noah Crabb of Team Ipswich. Adam Hazelwood, though, in lane number 8, taking the touch here at the first 50. Mark Milburn in second with Leonard Turner in third, but not much in it there, 34, 33. But as we start to come on to the final leg, the home straight here, Adam Hazelwood still in front. Mark Milburn trying to come back here. On the other side of the pool, we have Leonard Turner and Billy Mead in lane 0 and 1, but out in front it is Adam Hazelwood in lane number 8. He's going to be winning this heat here. Mark Milburn in second, Adam Hazelwood first then, 1:11.45. Mark Milburn in second, 1:12.24. And in third is Billy Mead, 1:14.86. Heat 11, referee. In lane 0, we have Billy Knibb from Linslade. Lane 1, William Robbins of Biggleswade. Lane 2 is Alfie Francis of Colchester. He's joined by teammate Daryl Rands in lane 3. Christopher Howe of the City of Cambridge in 4. Finley Paul of Liston in 5. Luke Flynn of Watford in lane number 6. Lane 7 is Joshua Holland of Hertford. Lane 8, Louis James of Norwich Swan. And in lane number 9, Ashton Neo of Linslade. At the turn then, it is going to be Daryl Rands of Colchester in first. Finley Paul in second. Luke Flynn in third. A slight lead here for Daryl Rands in lane number 3. But it does look like Watford's Luke Flynn in lane number 6 is starting to come back, as is Louis James of Norwich Swan in lane number 8. But Daryl Rands in lane number 3. He is starting to make a slight gap here as he comes onto his final 5 meters of this 100 meter breaststroke. He's going to be taking the win here, 1:10.91. Luke Flynn in second and Christopher Howe in third. Moving on then to Heat 12, referee. In lane 0, William Handley. Lane 1, George Whiteman. Lane number 2 is Matthew Debenham. Lane 3 is Samuel Rennie. Thomas Page goes in 4. Harvey Hall in 5. Sam Mead in lane 6. Ditchfield Watkins in lane 7. James Clay goes in lane number 8. And in lane number 9, Austin Lee White. Looking like a very strong swim here from Harvey Hall in lane number 5. Austin Lily White closely following him, as is Sam Mead in lane number 3. But Harvey Hall here in lane 5, he's really speeding ahead here. Look at that gap. That is quite substantial, particularly on a 100 meter mark. He's going to be aiming for his entry time is 1:09.26. He's going to be aiming for a much faster time than that. Final 10 meters now for him. Look at that gap. It has just widened and widened and widened. And he's going to be touching first, 1:07.16, a nice personal best time from him. Second goes to Samuel Rennie in lane number 3, and Sam Mead takes third with a 1:11.97. We move on then to Heat 13, the penultimate heat of the 100 metres breaststroke. Over to you, referee. Lewis Chapman goes in lane 0, Tyler Toombs in lane 1, Joseph Caldwell in lane 2. Lane 4 is Ryan Clay, Sam Perkins goes in lane 5. Lane number 6 is Charles Rennie. Rhys Davidson goes in lane 7, Dominic McCarthy in 8, and in lane number 9, Harrison Jarvis. Having a look here in the pool. A variety of swimmers here, different coloured hats. At the turn, it's Dominic McCarthy, the red hat of Hoddesdon, who's turning first. Joseph Caldwell in second. Charles Rennie in third. Tyler Toombs in fourth here. Dominic McCarthy in lane number 8, still going strong. Joseph Caldwell in lane 2. He's really starting to move, as is Charles Rennie in lane number 6. But very close here between Joseph Caldwell and Dominic McCarthy. I think Joseph's just got it. He does 107.99. Dominic McCarthy in second, 108.45, and Tyler Toombs in third. We move on then to the final heat of this afternoon session, Heat 14, which is the timed final of the men's 100 metres breaststroke. In lane number 0 from Royston, Thomas Hamilton. In lane number 1 from the city of Norwich, Olivier Vedren. In lane number 2 from St Ives, it's James Quinn. In lane 3 from Watford Swimming Club, Lewis Shaler. In lane number 4 from Putteridge, it's Lawrence Palmer. In lane 5 from the city of St Albans, it's William Loveman. In lane number 6 from Bishopstorfer, Bryn Kuza. In lane 7 from West Norfolk, Freddie Laws. In lane 8 from West Suffolk, it's Henry King. And in lane number 9 from Watford, Benjamin Green. Ladies and gentlemen, your 100 metres breaststroke timed final. Over to you, referee. Lawrence Palmer had a very strong 50 metres breaststroke yesterday. 58.64 is his time to beat, and you can see why that is the case. He's out right in front of the rest of the pack. William Loveman in lane 5, Lewis Shaler in lane number 3, flanking him as well. Olivier Vedren, though, in lane number 1, doing very well here from the city of Norwich. At the turn then, Lawrence Palmer is coming into this turn obviously first at the time, 29.59. Olivier Vedren of the city of Norwich in second. Thomas Hamilton in third here. All to change. Look at how close those splits were. But it is going to be Lawrence Palmer of Putteridge who's speeding in front of the rest of the pack. Olivier Vedren in lane number 1 starting to drop off a little bit as Lewis Shaler in lane number 3 starts to pick up the slack. William Loveman in lane 5 also doing very well here. He's possibly in a medal position, but it is going to be Lawrence Palmer of Putteridge coming into his final 5 metres here. Olivier Vedren and Lewis Shaler battling now for second, but Lawrence Palmer 103.29. Olivier Vedren manages to hold on to second, 105.50, and Lewis Shaler manages to get third, 105.58. But it was never in doubt that Lawrence Palmer was going to win that, particularly after that incredibly strong and fast start, with the official result on your screen now for heat number 14 of the men's 100 metres breaststroke, as we head to a replay of that action in just a few seconds ago. Looking at that start then, fast starts from all of those chaps, you couldn't fault them. But Lawrence Palmer, he came up and he was just out in front from the start. Olivier Vedren on the other side of the pool, though, he was in a firm second position from the very start, as was Lewis Shaler, but no one was able to catch Lawrence Palmer. Look at that underwater work. And then Lawrence Palmer, of course, in front, touching first quite comfortably. Olivier Vedren in second and Lewis Shaler in third. So that concludes session 11 of the Swim England East Region Festival of Swimming 2021. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here live from the London Aquatics Centre at the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park in Stratford. And we look forward to welcoming you back for session 12, which is the final session of the Swim England East Region Festival of Swimming. And we look forward to welcoming you back to that in due course. In the meantime, catch up on today's action in the pool via our YouTube channel. Look at the live results on Sports Systems, and at the moment on your screens, have a look at some of the highlights of today's session.